Today I combined two Forestmen MOCs from last year, along with some base plates, a pick-a-brick cup and some old LEGO Hobbit sets to create this enormous diorama for my LEGO Forestmen. Let's take a look. Hi, I'm Brick to Rick. Welcome to my channel for LEGO ideas, inspiration and instructions. On my channel there's always something different, but I mainly do videos on LEGO Castle, pirate themed stuff and seasonal sets across the year, including Halloween and Christmas. If you like this content, please subscribe. I'm also on Instagram. Search Brick to Rick for more previews and pictures. So today's video came about because of this old Hobbit set. I got this really cheaply online with no minifigures included. I combined the attack on Lake Town with the attack of the Wargs, focusing in particular on that tree. The trees alone are incredibly cheap second hand, so I got two more of those, along with a pick-a-brick cup of elements. To add more detail and depth to my diorama, I managed to find a box of my old MOCs from last year. This is the first one I dug out, which was my attempt at making the LEGO Forestmen Hideout out of my own pieces. I made a video about it last year, so if you want to see how I made it, check out the link in the description below. It was my attempt at making this, which LEGO obviously made a remake of with their gift with purchase in August 2022. The other model I managed to find was my attempt at the LEGO Forestmen Camouflaged Outpost. Again, I made a video about it and how I created it from scratch, so take a look at this video if you want, the description is below. Here's the original set. As you can see, it was quite a close remake. Obviously the colours are different, I prefer the brown to the black. So the attack on Lake Town for the Hobbit theme I think can easily be modified to fit with the Forestman genre. Here is my second hand copy, and you can see I've made a few changes, but mainly taken off the white elements because it's not snowing. Here are my three copies of the attack of the Wargs trees. I've made them all slightly different, especially around the bases. Along with those I added in some Harry Potter trees. The ones on the right there are from the Expecto Patronum set. The final thing I wanted to add was a cart to this scene, and I cheated. I used my old one from the medieval blacksmith. So here we have all those LEGO components set out on my table. You can see at the back there we've got the base plates, which I've added some little details to from my pick-a-brick cup. In the foreground you can see all of the models that I've got individually. I'm going to combine them now on those base plates to make my diorama. Let's take a little look at the base plates first. I used elements from a pick-a-brick cup to make a path and two opposing riverbanks across that blue base plate. So here are my three dioramas that I'd like to join together to create one big one at the end. On the left there we have a rather dense forest with a path going through the middle. This allows our Forestmen smugglers to get a cart through. Here you can see that cart, which has been stolen from the Black Falcons. The cart helps move illegal goods to and from the river. Here you can see the road entering the forest from the other side. From this aerial shot you can see that it's just wide enough to fit the cart through, but maintaining details on either side. I also put it next to my Forestman hideout that you can see at the back there. From the front of the forest you can see that guard there is keeping watch for Black Falcons turning up. Here you can see the cart has reached the river and you've got a forestman there looking after the horse. Now the middle component, or the river area of this diorama, mainly focuses around that Hobbit set. It's quite a nice and imposing build which fits really nicely across a river like this spanning the water. On one side you can see a crane and there's a rope going down to a barrel in a boat. This enables goods to be passed across the river easily and effectively. On the other side of the river you can see this little build. It's got a door there and a play feature including a trap for anyone who opens the door unexpectedly. I think this type of trap suits the Forestmen quite well. Talking of which, you can see I added some minifigures across the bridge here, keeping watch over happenings on the river. This aerial shot shows how expansive this diorama is, and I really enjoyed the challenge of putting together a river. Here you can see that crane in action, smuggling some goods in and out of that boat. Talking of the river, It was quite fun putting all these elements together on the banks, creating some details of reeds and stones and underwater elements. So give it a go if you come across these elements in the pick-a-brick wall. I recommend getting some of those plant and reed elements, along with some circular plates with holes. So moving on to the final part of this diorama, the other half of the forest. This is a bit of a deeper and darker part of the diorama, including some of those taller trees and my camouflaged outpost. Now the camouflaged outpost is the perfect place to store all of those smuggled goods, keep them out of sight, especially from the Black Falcons. So it's quite fun to make your own version of this. I wouldn't buy an expensive version online. Getting one of these second hand is really quite difficult, so I recommend having a go at making your own version as I did. Check out my video if you want a place to start. And finally, here is a picture of my diorama all joined together. It's quite an imposing build that stretches across the table. I made a video of the whole thing and I hope you enjoy it. Now I wanted to mention my plans over the summer. I'm going to take a few little breaks here and there, but I will be doing some LEGO projects and posting them every fortnight. The next one will be an enormous MOC made out of 2 of these pirate ships to go alongside the legendary El Dorado fortress. So check it out in a fortnight's time. The other thing is, I really want to thank you for your support over the last few months. It's been a really busy time and your support on this channel has been really appreciated. So thank you very much. I'll see you soon.